Hey, Jake.
Hey.
So I know our equipment model is a little bit different. We tend to rent a lot of equipment from our dealers rather than us like owning some large fleet that moves around the country. Can you talk maybe a little bit about common issues we see with regards to rental equipment? And I know you're going to maybe focus a little bit on returning.
Yeah, so primarily being a rental fleet, as you said, is really uncommon. It creates a whole host of issues that people don't normally think of. Whenever you're roaming an owned fleet around, you don't really have to worry about a lot of things. But with rental fleets, you're using somebody else's asset. So when you go to return that asset, they're looking to make sure, same as a rental car, it comes back in the exact same condition, minus some normal wear and tear.
We got some tough sites out there.
We do. So there are a few key things that I look for on rental equipment. It's why we have rental return forms to try to highlight these things. So the four main items that I really like to focus on, it's the easiest place to lose money, and it's also the easiest things for us to replace ourselves and save a little bit of money.
Cool.
So the first one would be steps on all the equipment.
Yep.
Everybody knows steps easily get torn off. You'll never hear us bark and bite at people because steps came off a piece of equipment, mud, rocks, everything catching, they're cheap.
Yep.
Normally it costs about $100 to buy a step, and we can replace it for, quote unquote, free.
Yep.
A dealer charges 2 hours of labor at $150 an hour plus the parts. So $300 to $400 for a dealer to replace a step costs us $100.
Yep.
So all steps we need to make sure are either in perfect condition or replaced.
Cool.
The next thing is mud flaps and fenders. Same area of the equipment, rocks, mud, everything cakes up on, breaks off, cracks. Again, mud flaps cost $50 to $100. Fender liners cost $50 to $100, free to replace for us.
Yep.
Dealer will charge $4 to $5. So then you're creeping up almost close to $1,000 to replace everything. The third item, and probably one of the most difficult but most important because it's the most hour consuming item to do, is cleaning the equipment.
Yeah.
So that is as simple as getting some Lysol and cleaning out the cab, making sure it's wiped down, and using the water truck to spray everything off.
Yep.
Sometimes we can have bills ranging in 20 to 30 hour range because the dealer's using 2 guys, steam cleaners, soap, all sorts of stuff to get the equipment clean. Just simply spraying stuff off with a water truck and scraping mud off, cleaning tracks are all extremely important. We've gotten some $3,000 to $4,000 cleaning bills before.
Jeez. Okay.
The very last thing, probably the easiest, is fueling the equipment. Making sure it's full. It comes to us full normally, and even if it doesn't, it's just a respect thing. They probably forgot. We shouldn't forget.
Yep.
And typically they charge $7 to $10 a gallon to fuel the equipment once it comes back. So steps, mud flaps, and fenders, cleaning the equipment and fueling the equipment are the 4 most important things you could ever do when returning it.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.